You know what day it is?
You know what day it is, folks. It's Feature Friday now on Tuesday. And this Tuesday, we're bringing you something special. We're going to be talking about using bricks in LifterLMS, and we have brought you no less than the best expert in using bricks with LifterLMS, Kurt Von Onen from our community. Kurt's created content about how to use bricks with LifterLMS, and there's a special integration between them because if you use bricks, you're used to blank screens and really building something from scratch yourself. And Kurt's going to show us how to integrate your bricks builder with LifterLMS so all you bricks users can build courses your way. Kurt, do you want to take it away and show us how it's done?
All you bricks builders. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen real quick. And like Emily had said, we wanted to do a demonstration from an example of what a typical bricks user would see when they start a project. So this website really just has bricks. It's a brick sample site that I've put together. We put in one sample course from LifterLMS, and let's show you what a course would look like, kind of like when you get it out of the box with bricks, because people that are used to bricks are going to go like, oh yeah, that makes sense. People that haven't used bricks are going to be like, why would I do this? This is what it's formatted like straight out of the box. All right. So when we see this, we're going to say, oh, no, this isn't going to work. We got to fix this. And then if we take a look here, we have the course builder at the top. We've got purge cache because that's part of my hosting services. Edit the course, new post page media, customize. That's weird. Customizer. We're not going to use that still, right? And so you go, well, how do I edit this page? Well, it's important to remember that when you're using bricks, you want to go back to your dashboard when you first put this together. When you first swap over to bricks, you want to go to bricks, go to your settings, and you're going to have to choose the post types that you're going to want to edit with bricks. And so one of the things I'm going to hit here is I'm going to hit say post, course, lesson. I'm going to leave quizzes alone. I'm going to click memberships, certificate and awarded certificate. I'm going to leave alone. Pro tip here, just always use the standard Gutenberg WordPress block editor for your certificates, and you can't go wrong. So we'll stay there. And then if we take a look at some of these other options, convert block editor data into bricks data, there's all these things that you can click here. But the main thing we want is access to that course page to be able to make edits. So if I go all the way down to the bottom here, I'm going to click save. And if we go back, we should have done this before the call, but let's say we go back to courses and we go back to take a view at this. Now we see we have edit with bricks. And when we click edit with bricks, it's going to open up the bricks builder. And we're going to be able to see. Now, remember, course pages are dynamic content, so they're going to fill in dynamically. But if we go down to the bottom of this listing, we're going to see the elements that we can add directly through LifterLMS. So we have course author, course progress, course information, course meta. And so we need to build a course page that is going to allow us to show our LifterLMS dynamic data. So for instance, let's add a section. In that section, let's add a container, and you can see it building the structure over here on the right-hand side, right? We've got section, container, that's there. Let's go ahead and add an element. Let's grab down at the bottom here, we'll say course author, just so we have something to show on the page. So we're gonna go over here, and in the container, we're gonna drop course author. And you look over here in the structure side, we see course author. If we select that, it's going to ask us, do we want to display the bio, and what course do we want to inherit that information from? So I'm going to say from our quick start course, because that's the course that I'm looking at currently. But notice we also have inherit from current course. If we leave it inherit from current course, it's going to dynamically pull whichever author is on whichever course that you assign this template to. Hopefully that all made sense. Did that make sense, Emily?
It does.
Okay, I said that right. So I'm going to save this real quick. And one thing I think is fun about bricks is every time you save it, it says something positive for you. So this one's exceptional. If I were to save it again, it's going to say I'm excellent. And then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to say view on front end. and share this tab instead, you can see it just embedded our author information right there. So if we go back to our edit page that I'm in, let me go back to that tab. You can see that in that list of all the Lifter LMS modules, you have course author, course progress, course information, meta, course progress, course syllabus. For instance, if I were to drop over the syllabus, let's just drop that into place. And if I click here for syllabus, we get the same option, inherit from the current course or bring over a specific course's syllabus. If I say from current course, it's going to dynamically pull in whatever syllabus matches the course this is assigned to. And then you can develop this to move it wherever you want to move it to. So once you're in bricks, if you want to center it, if you want to left justify it, right justify it, increase the width, all of those tools you have access to your design stuff over on the far left column. But that's the be all end all of how the integration works with bricks. You're able to use the custom blocks that we have there. Remember that when you're working in bricks, it's also a short code kind of compatible, flexible, pliable, whatever you want to say, platform. So you can always add any of the Lifter LMS short codes from the short code listing in lifterlms.com. You can add any of those short codes, but for quicker building and for more commonly used items, just use those blocks in the left side menu near the bottom.
Yeah, that's a really great point. And LifterLMS had recently brought this integration where you could bring these elements into bricks, because you used to have to rely on those shortcodes, and the shortcodes can be a little more advanced to work with. If you're working in bricks, you're probably advanced enough as a web designer to work with shortcodes, but it's a little bit of the old way of doing things. So you have multiple ways to do the same thing in WordPress and now in bricks as well. Thank you so much for the demo, Kurt. Do you have any final words for the audience?
None really, other than try it. If you haven't ever used bricks before and you're looking for something that is like more flexible, more customizable, gives you a better feel for what you're building, I would encourage you to try it. It's a really fun platform to build in. It's one of my favorite page builders.
Perfect. Thank you so much, all the lifters who joined us live on this call and who watched the replay. We'll see you next week on another episode of Feature Friday on Tuesday. Bye.